What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another GeoGuessr video, and welcome back to my sponsored series made in collaboration with Western Union. Now, Western Union is a money transfer service with hundreds of thousands of locations all around the world, and you can find out more about them in the description, including with the link. And what's great about having hundreds of thousands of locations around the world is that you can easily create GeoGuessr maps out of those locations and have them actually be quite compelling. And so that's what we've been doing week by week. We're up to week 3, and I'm trying to get a perfect 25,000 point score while only guessing these places which are outside of Western Union locations. As usual, this will be a play along, so feel free to jump in with me and let's see what this first location is going to entail. It's unofficial coverage. Okay, this could be a bit of fun. A country that probably doesn't normally show up on Street View. And let's see, there's the Western Union outside a mall of some description here across the road. So initial vibes, we're driving right hand side of the road. We have a yellow center line. The people here definitely look like they might be from Africa. So that's my initial vibe here. Maybe, I don't know, it's very tropical, so maybe something like Equatorial Guinea, Angola, something like around the equator here would be my first thought. So let's have a look around here, see if we actually get anything nice. The number plates are long, that should be quite helpful. And here we go, we've got, Ville de Kinshasa. Okay, so my vibe guess was right, we are right on the equator here. Kinshasa is this city here in the Republic of the Congo, or the Democratic Republic of the Congo, sorry. And so we should be here. Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 flags, that should all but confirm that we are in that city, which to me makes perfect sense. So now comes the difficult part of getting the 5,000 point score here. We have the entry to the commune of Linguala nearby, so I guess that's probably worth looking for just on a wide level here. Linguala, I'm not seeing it. And then also we have something about Gombe. You're leaving the community of Gombe, maybe the commune of Gombe. So maybe we can look for either of those ones to get the general area here, though it feels like, well, there's Linguala and Gombe is here. So we're somewhere between the two, maybe something like this. And then it's a matter of finding this big building here, which says Empire at the top. So some kind of a Empire mall here. And it seems like we're kind of going southeast, like this angle is correct here. So let's see if we can find that. Oh, Western Union, I see. So I suppose that should be the same one, though I'm surprised that this building doesn't show up as bigger on the map. So it is possible that it is like potentially a different Western Union, though surely it makes a lot of sense. So let's see if we can confirm it here. We've got another store called Gabriel Shabani. So let's see if we can see either of those businesses here. We've got a parking place to our north. Could be. Here's the problem, guys. If we face the compass north, and I'm assuming the compass is going to be correct here, then the Western Union is on the other side of the road to us. Whereas here, it seems to be on the western side of the road on the map. So I think we actually have the wrong one here. I'm not convinced. As we've seen before, sometimes cities will have many Western Unions. So let's continue on here. We have a divided road here, which is the one that intersects northeast. And of course, Linguala is what we're entering, and that is to our southeast we're entering it. So maybe we're on this intersection here or something like that. Could see that being the case. Not really seeing that huge complex, the Empire. I don't think I see that. I mean, it does make sense for us to be on the other side of this big road because ultimately Gombe is what we're just exiting. So maybe this big intersection here, but this is a 3-way intersection and we're on a 4-way intersection. So I have to do a bit of scanning here. I'm quite confused here. This, like, the one we're on initially lines up really nicely. I think on the satellite view, we would see this huge building here, which we just don't. So I'm quite confused and we can't really see what's going on through here. I mean, this tree is blocking the business name. I'm officially confused. Oh, I see another Western Union here, by the way. But this one definitely looks much worse. But I was gonna say, sometimes in countries that are a bit less developed, you have like worse one-to-one imagery on the map. So what I mean is sometimes things don't quite appear on the map as they appear in real life. So I'm thinking this could still be correct, but it just stands to reason that unless the compass is quite wrong here, the Western Union is on the wrong side of the road here. Not on the west, but on the east. So I'm really not sure what to make of that. Also, like, the building is so close to the edge of the road, and this one like shows a big gap. So I just can't in good conscience guess there. It has to be somewhere else. The other big problem here is we don't have a street name anywhere, which would really make this a lot more simple. L'Empire is the only thing that I'm finding really that should stick out on the map that's not. Has to be some good way to get this. I've noticed that over this direction to our west, there's no buildings, or at least few, especially this side. So it should be like a more open area, but I just can't see it. Like, I just can't. Oh, thank goodness, man. I came up with a way to get it. I looked down the road, southeast, I saw this huge yellow building. I was like, that has to show up somewhere. And it says École Rev Kim. I thought it was Reverend Kim or something like that. And École I recognize from other languages as being school. And I found it, École Rev Kim, which means we should be on this intersection here, which makes sense as to southwest. We have this kind of drain thing in the middle, I guess. But we should be on this intersection here. Now, can we see the Western Union? It should be part of this stuff over here. The Empire, there it is. Oh my gosh. It shows up so tiny, doesn't it? I mean, it's not even listed at this. You have to zoom all the way in to see that. Kind of unfortunate, but the Western Union is not listed, but we know that we are standing just here on the very corner of this intersection here on the northern side of the road. That will be the 5K right here. I mean, that took way too long. I did not really adjust my tactics to be so good. I definitely should have used other buildings around, but that was still a good outcome, I would say. Okay, round 2, hoping for something a little easier, and I think we have something a little easier. So we have the street sign here. This is very typical of like Argentina, Uruguay, southern Brazil, something like that. And then I'm noticing this brand here that says Huy Huy, which is the northwestern province of Argentina. So potentially we're up in Huy Huy here. Otherwise, probably just somewhere else in Argentina, because they name a lot of things after their state names all around the country. Architecture here definitely fits, and we have these like kind of pieces of moss growing on the power lines. Also fits for up in that area. So let's have a look around here. We have a few business names. We have the Blue Car 2024, so that could also help us region guess. Pretty common up here, I think. And apart from that, I would say it does look like Huy Huy. We have southwestern mountains, and they're quite green, so we'd probably have to be up in this area here, San Salvador de Huy Huy or something like that. So let's have a look here. So we've got an official agency 185, and here's the Western Union logo. Jujuena might be a exonym for Huy Huy. I don't know. Maybe not, to be honest, though. It feels like a bigger city, though, right? Apart from that, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to assume that this is San Salvador, but I could be wrong because the southwestern mountains are small. So that does fit. We got small southwestern mountains here. It's very hazy, so we may actually have big mountains to our... Actually, the mountains in this city are not too big. I guess apart from west, and west is kind of blocked out of view here. So, okay, that's good. And we have the Boggio Baterias. Batteries? I suppose so. Okay, so I think we have enough to get into the map here. And we have the street name, obviously, Puesto del Marqués. And now we get the angle, of course. So we're looking maybe at this kind of angle here. I think that could make some sense. And this is the east-west one, which is Puesto. So let's look for Puesto now. Oh, Puesto del Marqués. Absolutely beautiful. And there's the Western Union. Not too hard there. I think without Huy Huy, it would have been a difficult ask, but the mountain shapes were definitely correct. So that's a good outcome there. There's not going to be more than one Western Union on Puesto del Marqués, despite the fact that there are many Western Unions. I think that would be too much of a coincidence. So we make out with a quick 5K there. Next one here, all Indian grocery and dairy, Punjab. So there's lots of Punjabis in Adelaide, for example, but also many in the UK, many in Canada. Let's have a look around here. Looks like it's actually New Zealand to me, because it feels like Australia, but not quite. And these pedestrian crossings that are black and white striped are not found in Australia. So we should be in New Zealand, therefore. And here is the Western Union as part of this Punjab grocery store. Guys having a nice little vape out the front here. Excellent. And I'm now going to try and figure out which town this is. We got Ziggy and Co. Yo, shout outs. I'm going to try and figure out the town here because it's not become obvious to me yet. In Australia and New Zealand, they write the town name everywhere here. So I'm assuming it's actually Papakura, which is not a place I've heard of, but Papakura is also written here. So now we have to vibe it out. Is this North or South Island? That's a good question, actually. We've got a metro bus here. I didn't necessarily think this is Auckland, but I'm going to check Auckland first, just because this is so multicultural. Maybe it's on the outside of Auckland. Maybe it's like a smaller suburb on the outside here. Papakura, there it is. Oh man, I had the vibes down perfectly, actually. Like the metro feels like it's going to be part of a bigger city, but then this feels like a small town center. So yeah, we should just be right downtown here, and it should be a very simple matter now of just lining up the road. I mean, we're on the main street, so it pretty much has to be this one, doesn't it? And then we find our lovely little store here, which is the Punjab grocery store, which was to our north, and I'm not seeing it. So, I mean, maybe our friend went to the vape store here. He probably got it from the vape store there. Urban Cuts, $2 shop. So many of the same style of businesses as Australia, but I mean, northwest it bends around. Wait, so we have to be further down. Wait, what is this? Northwest, we see it bends around, and then south, we see it ends up at the main street. So maybe I was looking at the wrong road here because I'm not seeing that. Maybe it's this one here. No, that's like a laneway. Where is this? Is it this one? Oh, here we are. This is looking more right. And there's the Punjab food and spices. Okay, excellent. We're on Shanasi, which we can see the parking lot here. So that was a quick and easy one. Definitely could have taken a while if I didn't find Papakura, but yeah, works out nicely. And there we go, a perfect score of 2 meters away. Okay, on a great pace here. Can we get that perfect 25k, which we didn't get last week? Okay, so India's gonna be a challenge. Unless this is actually not India. Let's have a look around. Okay, Chinga Veng. Double H in the Chinga reminds me of like what you see in Chhattisgarh. So interesting. We have Western Union money transfer as part of this business here, and it's so washed out that this is going to be difficult. We're going to need a town name here. We've got long white plates. That fits for India. In fact, the style of car here, I don't know if it's like a cherry or what it is, but it's an Indian car. Chinga Veng is the name of the town. Azawul is maybe the bigger district here. I'm not sure what that would mean. What is this place? Okay, we got a metal pole. That's quite relevant. Multiple metal poles was leaning me towards the north of the country, somewhere in the Himalayas here. So we're gonna have to scan up there, I think, eventually. Chingaveng is definitely the place. It almost sounds a bit more like these kind of languages, doesn't it? Like it could be like Sikkim or something, because it sounds to me a bit similar to like Bhutanese or something like that. So that's actually my idea at this moment. And there's not too many cities in this area, so we could probably scan for that. And also the fact we don't see any like regional Indian languages. We just seem to see Latin script, which is something I think that does check out for at least the northeast area, I think. Yeah, architecture is also quite colorful, so I do like that. So at this point, India, never an easy place to get, but I'm going to scan for this town name, which I think is going to be the trick here. So let's go look for Chinga Veng. Yeah, so there are some similar sounding place names up here. For example, Koma, Pankang, Jumbo, like similar sounding place names, but I don't see Chingaveng there. So let's switch over to Sikkim again. Maybe Sikkim could be better. Oh, Changgu. That's a very similar place name with the double H. Okay. I didn't really think it's up this direction, but I'll check anyway. Okay, next plan. I've looked through everywhere that I thought was likely. I mean, I just don't really see it being South India. I think this is somewhere up in the north. I did not check Meghalaya here, so I'll just do that finally. Okay, so having done all that, I'm noticing it says something district underneath. So my idea is that maybe over here, Azawal? Azawi? I don't know. Azawal, I'm gonna say, is maybe the bigger place. And this is just like a smaller part of this district. So now I'm gonna switch to scanning for that. So I'm gonna, oh, and I immediately find it. Okay, should have looked for that first. So we're actually in Mizoram here. And then we should find, oh, Veng, excellent. So it's gonna be somewhere nearby here. We should find Chinga Veng pretty easily then. So many similar place names here. It's just a matter of zooming. Electric Veng, Bethlehem Veng. Well, these places are so randomly named. Mission Veng. It could just be that we're further out here in a different town. Maybe we just line up the road here because it feels like a bigger city. I think we are going to be in the capital of Mizoram here. We're kind of going northeast-ish, and I'm going to look for the Western Union point of interest here. Do we have a street name? I think China Veng might just be the street name potentially, even though it was written so big on everything. I don't know. Oh, Chingaveng. Oh, beautiful. Taxi stand. Oh, well, that's so clutch. I was really worried that this was going to be too hard to scan for. So Chingaveng is around here. We want a north-south-ish road, which is a little bit concerning because not many of the roads around here are north to south. Surely it doesn't lie. Oh, there's another one. Chingaveng. So this little area here is clearly the right one. So we've got Pate Cosmetics. We've got the Hawkins something store. We've got Saki's and we've got Rum. I don't know. These places are all kind of small. MT store. That's kind of funny. MT store. You guys find that funny? Oh, I do. And that is the angle there. I don't know. I've got to look for one of these business names, I think. This road makes a lot of sense, I think. The Saronveng Road. So can we line up any business here? I don't think we can. That's the problem. We look north and then it bends kind of west. So we'd have to be like around here. Not really seeing that. We need more buildings as well. So not liking that. Oh, Chingaveng. Okay. Like this road is the correct road, surely. Josiah Store. Oh, come on. Sunrise Building. That could be the best one here, actually. Sunrise Building. Oh, MT Store. Wait. I just saw it. MT Store is there. Yes. Yes. Empty store, yes. Who would have thought empty store would be the one to show up? I did not think so. And so to our east, this is so poorly mapped, it actually boggles the mind. Where is any of this stuff? I don't understand. But to our west, it shows on the map we have nothing. And to our east, it shows we have a hospital. Like, what? But this has to be the same empty store, right? So if we look southwest, then it bends kind of south. I mean, could we be on the other side of the empty store? Could we be here? No, because the name of the road has to be this one. Oh, there's two empty stores. Wait, is it on the east or the west? The one we see is on the west side of the road, so it's that one. I'm actually so confused. But can we line this up? Or is empty store just like something that they have in, what city are we in again? Azawal. We need to line something else up here because it just doesn't quite make enough sense. But if we look north, it's going like vaguely northeast and then it bends west. So I like that. Jaya store. I mean, everything makes enough sense. It's just so dodgy. The fact that we don't see this hospital thing. The bend of the road is correct. I'm almost certain we have to be there because look, the name of the road is right, Chingaveng, and we have the empty store. Like, surely. Maybe it's just changed since they took the imagery, but this imagery is from what, 2024? So I'm not too happy with this one, to be honest. Like, it's just a bit wrong, and yet it has to be right. The road bends correctly. It's an S bend, which is what we see here, and we have the empty store. I'm just gonna have to trust it, and so the empty store is just a little bit further south of us, so we should guess here. What? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's the 5K. Let's go. No. What is this? Chingaveng. Okay, they're both called Chingaveng, to be fair. There's no way we got that unlucky. It's clearly empty store after I'd said it. What? Okay, so this is the correct one. Again, it's on an S-bend, but we were not on a tri-point like that, were we? Oh, this is a road here. Okay, I did not realize that. Okay, it's kind of a road down there, but it's, I guess, a multi-level city. So yeah, okay. That did not cross my mind. And then empty store does not exist here. So with the Sunrise building was findable, actually. Just one more road down. Do we have anything else useful? There's the Western Union. It was listed on the map. But yeah, we would have had to find the Sunrise building. We get the 5,000 points nonetheless, so I'm happy with that. And our final one, are we back? Oh no. We're not. Okay, we're not back. This time it's unofficial coverage. Not gonna look at that though. We're driving left, and this time actually should be Africa, shouldn't it? Lots of English language here, so that checks out. Maybe looking in Zimbabwe, Zambia, something like that here. Arusha is a big city I've heard of. Where's Arusha? I'm fumbling. Where's Arusha, guys? That's okay. We can think about that. Oh, it's Tanzania. Yeah. I knew it's some city I'd heard of. Oh, so that's good. Okay, Arusha. That should be where we are. I mean, it looks quite a lot like Tanzania to me. Yeah, let's see what kind of information we have to get the 5Ks. We've got a big apartment to our east. We've got a tire store, Pirelli here. We are on a main road here for sure. And we have the petrol station. The petrol station probably going to be our biggest help here. So let's have a look. So on an east-west road, and we have a oil here. So that could be something like it. We have a north road going off like this. Yep, and there's the one. This looks pretty decent. Okay, can we get the street name off something here? Because I think we're on the right one. And it's going to be hard to get a street name. Here's the Western Union. It's part of something that says Meru. I think I saw something that say Meru around here as well. Yeah, Mount Meru. Yeah. So we're definitely there. Okay, so now we just have to do potentially a bit of lining up here to get the right one. So north angle with a T intersection potentially, like one of these islands, and then a petrol station. I'm going to assume the angle is correct here, so we should be something like this. Okay, let's see ones that fit that. This one could. Of course, our Western Union is to our south here. There's a lot of petrol stations in this town, I got to admit, so it actually might be a bit more challenging than I thought. So there's the oil. It's not going to be that one because it's a T. This one looks decent. No Western Union, although we do have Kasawa Financial. So corner Nairobi. What's this place called? It could be a corner Nairobi. It looks like it might have an O in it. I don't know, this is proving a bit more difficult than I thought. Maybe we should be looking for the tire store or something like that here. I almost want to just look through here and see if I can see any Western Union, because I feel like this is the right road. So maybe just going like this is the strat, just on maximum zoom like this. There's a bunch of bank stuff here, so I don't see anything for Western Union. I'm just so sure it's this road, but I'm not seeing the right stuff. It's really getting under my skin right now. Down that way, looks like it continues straight, and it's quite a few more houses down that way, I would say. This is a big road to our north as well. It's servicing a lot of cars, so something like this, potentially. Do we have any other side road going off here? I don't see any other side roads. Okay, there's one down here. That's perfect. Okay, that's something I hadn't considered. So this here has that. Doesn't have the petrol station though. Oh, this looks really good. We got the off-road here. We got the off-road here. We do have a petrol station. Total Energies. Could be that. Okay, but then there's no like road going into here, so it's not that either. Oh my gosh. Just can't come up with anything better than this road, the A104. Like, we got the off-road here, we got the off-road here. This looks good, but where's the petrol station? Like, it should definitely be listed, and I don't see it. Guys, I swear I've checked everything. I'm so certain there's this road, and I swear I've checked everything, but I cannot figure it out. So I think in the interest of time, I will go for my guess here. I'm gonna say that I want to go outside the branch. I saw a branch on the bottom here. There was one branch along here that just kind of made some sense. Yeah, it was this one here. It was the Kasawa Financial. Now, the problem with this guess is that there's no road here, and this clearly has a car coming through, so no, I just can't guess there. I just can't actually guess there. Okay, I have to pick one, but none of them make sense. This is the really frustrating thing. This is the one probably that makes the most sense, right? We got the off-road here, we've got the petrol station here, and then I just have to rely that everything is horribly marked here. Could be like a, what are they selling here? Pipes? It's not it. I just don't understand. It actually driven me crazy this round. Let's see if it's the right road or not. Oh my gosh. Okay, I checked, of course I checked this. Oh my gosh, so there's the Western Union. Unbelievable. But of course I checked this way and I don't see any of the off-roads. Where are the off-roads here? I don't see any roads coming in or out here. But clearly there's a road just here that I just could not see. That's very frustrating because I thought I also scanned this entire road for the Western Union. It actually shows up big. What? Okay, whatever. Well, there we go. No perfect 25K, but you can't say we didn't get close. I have to go out now. So it's also why I couldn't commit the entire time. But as you can see, I was looking for 12 minutes. So, you know, sometimes time catches up with you. Nevertheless, a good challenge, and thank you all for watching all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.